Mandy's Adventures, and today's adventure brings me in the background to the A.S. Lohman Mansion House. It is right off of Highway 2. We are in between Harrow and Chinook, but we are 8 miles out of Chinook. So just to give you an idea where we're at, I am so excited about this. Actually, I'm excited about all my vlogs, but this one, I have been wanting to stop by and take videos and pictures of this one for a long time. And it used to be called the town of Yantic, but now it is the small town of Lohman. And it just intrigues me with the history of this house, and I am so thankful that the owner allowed me to go onto his property and record, take pictures, so I can bring it to you on my channel. Please be aware that it is private property and people do live there, so please show them respect and give them their privacy. Anyway, on that note, I am going on the adventure. I'm going to tell you more about the A.S. Lohman Mansion, and I am taking you with me. Let's go. This interesting and historic home is probably one of the oldest in the area. The original log portion of the home was built between 1870 and 1880 by a family named Blaine. It was their home as well as being a hotel or halfway house. The Lohman family, prominent in the early history of Montana and in Democratic circles, and involved with James Hill in the railroad to this part of the country, bought the land and home around the turn of the century and added on to it until the late 20s, since it has remained the shape it is today. And in my research, it did show that the Lohman family did purchase this home in 1911. Probably the original log house was added onto twice, first adding a back wing, then later adding the living room and porch wing. Although the home has been changed inside now, most of the rooms are intact, and it is notable for several aspects. The principal rooms, 13 in all, are all on the first floor, making the home undoubtedly the first ranch-style home in the area. The little hips on the ends of the eaves, giving the house a Dutch look, were built for wind resistance so the house could be heated better. As for heating of the house, each room had its own heating system, fireplace or stove. Some rooms were just for the summer, some were 3-season rooms, and a few were all year-round rooms. The Lohman family remembers waking up in ice-cold bedrooms and running to the warm kitchen to get dressed. Kerosene was used to light the house until 1927, when electricity came into the country. Also notable were the 10 plaster Grecian columns on the east side porches, adding a note of formal dignity to the house. The massive imported English carved plaster fireplaces in the 2 living rooms, the abundance of French doors and fan windows above the doors, and the fact that there were 8 outside doors in the home. The main house contained a massive front living room with screened porch on one end and sun porch on the other end. There were 2 dining rooms in the house, an office, 3 bedrooms, maid's room, back living room with beautiful fireplace and porches all around the east side. Dimensions of the house were 42 feet wide and 100 feet long. The second floor was just an unfinished attic. The home is historic because of the famous pioneer family who lived there, but it is interesting because of the fact that what started as a simple log cabin ended as a beautiful mansion. And when I did research more about A.S. Lohman, he is buried on the property down by the river. So that was an interesting fact. So I am standing on the other side of the railroad track of the A.S. Lohman Mansion House, and some of you are saying like, well, how close is this train? I'm gonna show you. You see the tracks? There is the train right here. So you can see how important the railroad was back in the time with James Hill. and the railroad is what brought the town to life, because it brought in all the homesteaders. Train! Oh my gosh! As you can see, the railroad is still as important today as it was back in the time. That's it, everybody. That is the history of the A.S. Lohman Mansion House, right in between Havre and Chinook along Highway 2. If you are traveling along the High Line, stop by and look at this beautiful home. But again, please remember, it is a private residence now, so please respect the people that are living there. And again, thank you so much for the homeowner allowing me to go onto his property and do some vlogging, taking pictures about his beautiful home. There is so much history in this town, so much. I challenge you to go outside your back door and see what history lays there for you. Anyway, until that note, take care. It's getting windy and my camera is moving.